It's Saturday, March 28th, 2020, and you're listening to The Jaking Off Show. The Jaking Off Show is brought to you by you, my fellow patrons, over at patreon.com. Go to patreon.com/jakingoffshow and donate as little as $1 a month to help this podcast grow. Hey, look, we're on hard times. We're on uncharted territory, so I completely understand if you don't want to donate, because look, it's always going to be free to listen to on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Anchor, YouTube, wherever you're listening or watching this. It's always going to be free. And if you've been donating so far consistently and you want to pull out, that's okay too. I understand. You can just cancel it by going to patreon.com/jakingoffshow. I get it. You want to have food. You don't know where the next check is coming. I completely get it. We're in uncharted territory. We all got to look out for each other, you know? And the podcast is also sponsored by Liquid Death Mountain Water. Go to liquiddeath.com, get yourself some mountain water. But before you go to that checkout and pay for that water, type in promo code Jake at checkout, and you'll get $2 off that order. Look, man, we're in uncharted territory. This is a hard time for all of us. But hey, look, we're going to pull through. So do me a favor. If you can't donate or buy Liquid Death Mountain Water at all, call some friends, call some family, call some people that you haven't talked to in a while and just check on them, you know? Check on your homies, check on your mom, check on your dad, check on your grandpa, especially your grandpa, because your grandpa is old and dying and he can't go outside and do nothing. So, you know, look out for your homies, look out for your herd. You know, we're in a weird place, and I just burned some incense earlier to get rid of some of the dark energy that's been going on this past week. We're all just trying to figure it out, you know. I got the emergency blunt on standby, just in case, But I bought that blunt about 2 weeks before this shit hit the fan, and it's just there on a rainy day. And speaking of rainy day funds, um, I've I'm what you might call fake broke. Now fake broke is when you want to hang out with is when your friends want to hang out with you and you want to have a couple drinks at the bar. Let's pretend that we're back to normal and there isn't a global pandemic, and your friends call you up and go, "Hey, let's go hang out. Let's go to the bar. Let's go to dinner. Let's do something fun." And you're like, "No, I can't. I'm broke. I got bills to pay. I got rent to pay. You know, I got to pay for the phone and the internet and all that stuff. It's a little tight. I can't do it." But this is what you're doing. You're lying to them because you actually do have money. You just don't want to spend it on random activities of or whatever, or a date or whatever. You're saving money for something more important. You're saving money for something that could go wrong. I'll give you an example. I busted a tooth earlier this week, and so I got to go in to the fake broke account, take money out, and take care of that. I also call it the fuck you money. Rich people have it a lot. Rich people have fuck you money. They make more money than they know what to do with, so they just either donate it to charity or put it away. I have fuck you money. I'm not going to tell you how much, because don't be calling me up asking me for money, because I'm going to tell you, no, I don't got it. That's my fuck you money. And I'm starting to go into the fuck you money now, because shit's gone haywire, you know? I filed for unemployment, got an email. I'm going to get something in the mail, awaiting further instructions on what to do with that. It's some kind of debit card. I'm going to take that money out. I'm just going to hoard it, and I'm going to save it to keep the fuck you money alive, because I don't know when I'm going back to work. This brief pause is brought to you by marijuana. Speaking of not working, smoking weed all day. That's just what I've been doing. I've been smoking weed, smoking a little bit too much weed, because I don't want to go further into the fuck you money to buy more weed. I got to be a little bit more conservative about that. I've been playing video games a little bit more often now this past week. I haven't touched a video game in I don't remember when. I'm just trying to prevent myself from going stir crazy, you know? Is anybody going stir crazy? Is anybody losing their shit? I hope you're not, because I have a couple of solutions for you if you are bored out of your mind and going stir crazy. If you have a camera, you most likely do because we all have smartphones. Just get creative. Um, if you're someone who likes to entertain people or make people laugh or whatever, so if you're an actor that's out of work, here's what you can do. You can write that web series you always wanted to write. You can write down a funny sketch. You got time. There's a lot in the back burner here. You can come up with something clever. You can come up with something fun. If you got board games at the house, uh, play that with whoever you're trapped with. And if you're a hermit and you're living completely alone, this is just another week for you. Not reaching out to you guys, anybody that's just playing World of Warcraft all day, you got no problems because we can still do takeout and you could still eat and you could still like not leave the house. But you need that vitamin D. You can still go outside, and catch some rays, but don't linger. Do what you got to do. Take a walk around the block. Go back inside because uh, we're supposed to get governor of California is going to talk pretty soon. I hope it's not martial law because there's still fucking people that are going outside. Stay the fuck inside. No, nothing's wrong. That's my roommate because I'm yelling. It's like stay the fuck home. It's not that hard. Because look, we're in uncharted territory, as I've said before, and we're gonna get through this. We're gonna be fine. I said this in the last podcast. We're gonna be fine, and the podcast before that. I'm gonna say it again. We're gonna be fine. Because look, man, all we have to do is not do. You know what I mean? We just have to hunker down and wait for this to blow over. Because there's really nothing you can do. You know, Mother Nature's gonna do its fucking thing, and we're gonna sit on the sidelines and have nature take back what's theirs. Dude, I saw some coyotes on the street in the daytime. Whoa, like the animals are coming out because they know that we're staying indoors, man. And once it gets back to normal, it's not gonna be like, okay, let's say this virus is done and it's blown over and it's all good. We can all go back to work. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen like that. It's not gonna happen overnight. Nobody's gonna jump straight to the nearest movie theater or comedy venue or racetrack or sporting event, whatever. No one's gonna have money to do these things. And I don't. Yeah, the Senate just passed a $2 trillion stimulus package, and everybody in America is going to get 1,200 or whatever it is. Because look, that ain't shit in the state of California. Yeah, that'll cover your spread for a month, but you got to make 1,200 a month last because that's gonna continue. I think. Look, don't quote me on this. Don't come here for facts. Go to the news. I think it's just going to be a continuing thing until this blows over. But look, we're already in massive amounts of debt already. Last time I checked, and I think, don't quote me on this. You didn't come to the Jaking Off show for facts, okay? You came here to get distracted, but from all this. But what else is there to talk about? Like fuck, But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, that weed's taken over. I swear to God, it's called train wreck for a reason. We owe so much money, and if this money's going to be a loan, that means we have to pay it back. Well, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not paying it back. If that 1,200 is going to come in, and I got to pay it back eventually, hell no. This was your problem. You fucked this up. You fired the pandemic response team in 2018. Yeah, I read up on that shit. Yeah, look it up. To cut costs, Trump fucking got rid of the staff for that and they're not working, so it's not being looked into. And this first started in November. I joked about, oh, it's the Chinese year of the rat. Oh, and the irony is that it started with a plague. Parasite won Best Picture. There's like patterns, man. There's patterns and signs, and you're not seeing this. 4 years ago, a bird landed on Bernie Sanders' podium while he was doing a rally. Nature was telling us something, and we didn't listen. Great, now you guys know where I stand on politics. Yes, I'm in Bernie camp. Yes, shut up. Agree or disagree, whatever. That's not what we're here to talk about. But we're not listening. We're not listening to the signs. The universe throws signs at us, and it's up to us whether or not we listen to them. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I have premonitions or whatever, but I look at things and I go, I think I should continue with this course of action. Here's an example. A year ago, in fact, yes, a year ago, Flappers was doing an open call. They do it every Wednesday. Or they used to. Of course, they're not doing it now, but they will continue with that. But yeah, Flappers had open calls on Wednesdays, and I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go for it. I've been doing comedy only 2 months in change. I'm like, you know what? I got to make this move. I got to do this. And on my way there, I see Bert Kreischer walking into a weed store. I'm stopped at a light with the Lyft driver. See Bert Kreischer walking into a weed store. I'm like, oh, cool. It's Bert Kreischer. Awesome. And I'm like, okay, he's a comic. You know, they all live around here. And I'm on my way to an audition. And I just saw that. I perceived that as a sign like, yes, I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing the right thing. This is my destiny. And what later confirmed this to me as like a premonition, whatever you want to call it, or that in fact was a sign in my eyes, is that my first gig at Flappers was on April 20th. 420 show. Bert Kreischer, comedian, walking into a weed store. I'm just seeing these things and going like, yeah, this was supposed to happen. It was totally supposed to happen. And running into my mentor, or running into a comedian who later became my mentor is now my friend, and we're chill. And it just all of these things, getting that, doing a PA gig for this web series that was about a girl doing stand-up, and that was another. It's weird. It's just I knew that this was supposed to happen, and I knew I was supposed to do this. And with all the shitstorm going on, I wanted to try and do like a virtual open mic. That's something that's happening now. A virtual open mic, or film a set or film my comedy set from right here, from my room, and just do 10 minutes and record it and put it on the internet or whatever. And maybe I could send it to other comic friends that want to like help me punch up jokes. I don't know, make it more communal. But because that's the thing, I want to do it and then ask for help to punch up on jokes and work on it, because there's no reaction. There's no response. There's no gauge on whether or not the joke is good. That's why I'm just not sure on the virtual open mics yet. I know they're being done. There's a couple people I know that are doing it, and I'm so happy that they're doing that, because we need that more than ever, because we're missing the social activity, but it's like a conference call, so it's an open mic. The audience is the other comics that are going to do their time up there, but there's no crowd. You can't tell if something's funny or not, because I'm performing in front of a closed chair. The closed chair isn't going to laugh. It's not going to tell me, oh, that joke sucks, or it's going to boo or heckle me or whatever the fuck. It's different. It's such a different animal now, because I did take a little break from it. I went out of town for a little bit. I did a road gig. No, I wasn't taking a break from it. I was taking a break from life. But now, like, I haven't been on stage in 3 weeks, and it's starting to like itch at me a little. itching at me so much that I'm going to later record a set and put it up on the internets, and you'll see it when you see it. Because I have all these fucking jokes. I have this whole catalog of jokes. If you follow me on Facebook, I went on a tirade of Corona jokes just to get it out of my system. And everybody's posting memes on it, and we're laughing about it at the same time. You know, I am kind of taking it seriously. You know, I'm staying the fuck home, unlike some people out there. The beaches in Santa Monica were filled with people jogging. Stay the fuck home. And there's people that actually live in that area that can't go outside now because they're gonna get like stopped by the cops or some shit. You know, in Oklahoma, where my cousin's at, the cops are pulling people over. Are you doing essential travel and you have to provide fucking papers and shit? Like, what the fuck? And it's getting me thinking on all these conspiracies and all this stuff. All this crazy shit that we're not going to get into right now because it's a waste of mental energy. Because I'm wasting my time thinking about this stupid fucking virus. The fact that I'm even still talking about it to this moment, in my view, is a waste of my fucking time. Because there's nothing we can do. You know? I guess I'm just venting it out. We're not getting to the bottom of anything. We're just complaining, I suppose. Yeah, and like I said earlier, call your friends. Call them on the phone. Don't fucking text them. Don't text them. Don't send them an Instagram story. Call them with their phone number and have a real fucking conversation, or do the webcam thing and just check in on people. And I can't stress that enough, because I've checked on a handful of people every couple days or so, just to make sure everything's hunky dory. And it's made me sad that I called someone that I've known for a very long time, half my life, in fact. Known this guy since I was in middle school. And I called him. Said, "Hey, it's Jake." He says, "Oh, you have the wrong number." Hangs up. What? Is there a mistake? This happened a week ago. Is there a mistake? Is there a misunderstanding here? Like, I called the right number. I have his name in my phone. I didn't call the wrong number. He said, "You have the wrong number." And he hung up. So I'm confused. And I'm upset. I don't know what's going on. This happened a week ago. And I haven't called him back yet because I was so crushed. Because look, we've been friends a long time. My name would be stored in his phone. I've had the same number for easily a decade. Yeah, I've had the same fucking phone number forever. He's had the same phone number forever. Our names are in the phone. So, you have the wrong number is bullshit, right? Right? I'm really asking this. He's lying to me. So the 8 months that you crashed on my mother's couch because you were going through some stuff, personal problem. I won't talk, I won't go into detail on it just out of respect, but I let you crash on my couch for 8 months because you're my friend and I'm there for you. I got your back. I got your six. I have an extra bed in my room. It's a bunk bed that's not being used, right? And my mattress is under there, and there's a little like shit mattress that hasn't been used in forever, and that's just there because it's there. Just in case. Murphy's Law. You never know. What if your house is on fire and you got nowhere to go? Dog, I got an extra bed right here. If all you got is the clothes on your back, I got you. I got you. Because you were there for me when I had my problems. We had each other's backs. We were friends since we were teenagers. We did stand-up together as teenagers. Your dad, who I called earlier to check on him, and he's good. and I'm looking for you, man. I'm gonna call you later when I'm done with this. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it now, but I'll call you later because I got to figure something out here. We've been through so much, and you just say you have the wrong number. What does that mean? Really, what does that mean? Your father introduced me to stand up when I was 15, 16. I'd sleep over at your house. You'd sleep over at mine. We've been through some shit. We smoked pot. We drank. We got drunk in the early stages of that. We went to different high schools, but we were still tight. What happened? Call me back, bro. Look, we're gonna talk later, but I hope. But I'm just confused, and I'm upset. Like all that is nothing to you. You're just gonna say you have the wrong number. You called me. He called. I'm saying like I'm talking to him. He called me 5 days before my birthday to wish me happy birthday. Now maybe he forgot the exact day of my birthday, arguably because my birthday is near or on the Super Bowl. And he calls me on Super Bowl Sunday because, hey, it's Jake's birthday. It's the Super Bowl. Because every couple years or so, my birthday falls exactly on that day. And he called me, left me a voicemail because I was working. He's like, "Oh, happy birthday, bro! Call me back." And I didn't call him back until like a couple days later. He didn't answer. And then some time goes by because look, you know how you have friends for a long time, but you could go years, months, even years like without talking, and you just catch up like nothing happened. Everybody's got homies like that. You don't talk to them too often because look, we got our own lives, we got girlfriends, we got wives, we got kids and shit. There's homies that I haven't talked to in a long time that are still the homies. Because they got their lives, they got other shit going on. We became adults. We grew up. We got work. We're too tired to talk all the time. And if we're talking to somebody else. You grow apart, but we check up on your people if you haven't seen them or heard from them in a while. I'm doing that incrementally every day or so, just to see what's going on. Because this is crazy. This is nuts. This has never happened before. This has literally never happened before. The last big pandemic, the flu, the Spanish influenza, whatever it's called, it put a lot of people out. It put a lot of motherfuckers out. And I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to do some homework. But I don't think the whole country was shut down. I think people were just dying left and right, and people just went about their day because you had to. And we don't want that to happen. Mass deaths. That would just fucking wreck everything. But this is new. This is new. And I call a guy to check up on him. You got the wrong number. That is profoundly upsetting to me. Sorry. Sorry, it got a little dark, but that's what happened. Part of this is therapeutic, and I try to get this stuff off my chest, It sucks. I don't know what I'm going to do about... I don't know what I'm going to do about this 1200. Let's think about that for a second. Let's say 1200's coming in all of our mailboxes next week. What do you do with it? See, I'm not going to pay my fucking rent. I'm not doing it. I refuse. Absolutely not. Now, there's a lot of people that live in this building that might be thinking the same thing, like, hey, fuck you. I'm out of a job. I'm fucked. I can't pay you. I can give you a little, but I can't give you what I owe. I'm not fucking paying it. Because guess what? I'm in my fuck you money now. I'm not using my fuck you money to just pay for the rent with all of this going down. My fuck you money is, like my tooth, or getting the fuck out of here, so long as domestic flights aren't canceled. Because part of my contingency plan is to leave I want to leave. I've had the thought in my head for a long time, and maybe it's another crazy premonition that I haven't quite seen yet, but I've been wanting to leave for quite a while. It's I'm I have a podcast. I am a comedian. I do the acting thing sometimes, just like every other fucking goofball that moves to this fucking town. Everyone and their mother wants to be a star. Get in line. And I am sick of it. I used to hate people that weren't from here. Like, go back, go do it in your town. Oh, because your town's not cool enough? Well, fuck you. Sorry. We're cool. We're better than everyone else. Yeah, that's exactly the California stereotype. We're better than everyone else. We're better than you. The sun is always shining and all that. And I've grown out of that because I'm too much of a pussy to pack my bags and go somewhere else and leave all my family and friends behind. But now I think I'm ready to do that move and start over somewhere else, regardless of a pandemic, because it's so saturated here. And if I'm going to get any better at this, I can't be in this echo chamber. I need to do comedy in other places. And that could mean living in other places, you know? My cousin has a friend that runs a dispensary that needs an extra hand, and marijuana dispensaries are, thankfully, an essential. Ha 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 ha. Yes, marijuana is an essential, ladies and gentlemen. Who'd have thought? Because look, man, if you're going to be home all day, you might as well be smelling colors and life's a cartoon and everything's hilarious. You know, you might as well be docile and accepting your situation. Which is a whole nother thing. Like, maybe weed's being legal because this is happening on purpose. Maybe we've been preparing for this. Maybe I've been preparing for something like this. You know, this is like a hair short of doomsday here. Because I can still get food. I don't have a weird haircut. You know, this isn't Mad Max or anything like that. You know, maybe weed is becoming legal because the government is going to test on how long we can stay indoors. Maybe it's an environmental fix. Like, fuck Earth Day, right? Remember Earth Day? We like, I think it's next month. We shut off all the lights in our house. We save electricity. Ooh, you know. Let's not go anywhere for a month and see how clean the Earth's getting. We kind of need this if you think about it. We've had it way too good for way too long. And look, because I'm pretty sure climate change is real. Pretty sure. About 99.5% sure that climate change is real and that the planet's warming up and cooling down in crazy places where it shouldn't be. And it's going to change our lives, and this might be the test for it. Because if the planet's fucked, there's nothing to talk about. We got nothing else to talk about. Oh, you want to talk about abortion? Oh, you want to talk about raising the minimum wage? Oh, you want to talk about fixing our roads? You want to talk about religious rights and civil rights and women's rights and gay rights and da-da-da? That shit's all off the table if there's no fucking rock to live on. You know, we got to put everything into that. And now we're taking a little break. We're taking a mandated staycation of sorts. And the planet is healing, man. I'm reading articles. Don't fact check me on this, but I'm reading articles about the ozone layer healing and, you know, winds changing direction and pollution being way down. I'm here in LA. I've seen some pictures of the top of the hills that you can actually see. And there's a picture of downtown from really far away, and it looks so clear. It looks like Denver. It looks like Denver. Because Denver's up in the mountains, and there's way less people, but like the pollution is just it's like it was never there. You know, you look at pictures of China when all the factories shut down. It got clean as fuck, and you know China's got way too many fucking people. That's why they're just like, we need to reduce our numbers a little bit. The Earth just needs to, you know, shake us off, take a bath, you know, kill off some of those fleas that have been on us for a little while, too long, you know. The Earth is fine. We're fucked. And if we're fucked, there's nothing left to talk about. So we gotta protect this rock that we're living on here. You know, we gotta take care of the planet, and that's by taking care of ourselves. You know, not just physically, but mentally and spiritually. Um, I've had a lot of quiet time. Now, I don't know if you guys do this too, but I do talk to myself out loud in public sometimes, and I'm not crazy. I'm not schizophrenic. It's just I talk out loud to myself sometimes. My roommate does it too. I hear her talking like, "Oh, you doing group therapy back there?" She's like, "Yeah, yeah, whatever." And like what? Are you getting any responses? Because if you're getting responses, we gotta take you somewhere else. Have the white coats come in and get you. You know, we talk to ourselves out loud, and it's for our sanity. And you know, it's like a staff meeting or something like that. You know, and it's just for sanity, and that's okay. Look at Castaway. Look at fucking Tom Hanks. He made friends with a volleyball, and that just, you know, kept that part of our brains alive because we can't be cut off. You know, we can't be hermits. We can't just talk to nobody because then it's just going to make us sad and we're going to be depressed. We don't if we don't talk to our friends. You know, and I'm sad. I'm really upset. I'm gonna figure it out, but you know, it's kind of heartbreaking. But you know, check up on your friends. And there might not be anything left to fucking talk about because you're gonna go like, oh, so you're out of work too, huh? Oh, so you're stuck all day. What are you doing? You know, we got books, uh, we got magazines, we got the internet. I got Dragon Quest 11. I got fucking Zelda. You know, I got weed. I got my stupid phone. I'm not downloading TikTok. I'm not downloading TikTok. No, no, I'm not gonna do it. I refuse. It's just doesn't appeal to me. It's stupid because you know what's going to happen? Life's going to go back to normal, and all these YouTubers are going to be like, "Ah, I'm surrounded by actual artists." This is what's happening, dude. A lot of people who are actors, entertainers out of work. We're trying to do internet shit. You know, if you saw what I've been doing death metal vocal covers of kids shows. I just did Rocket Power. I did a skit where I'm just screaming the entire time, and it's various activities that I do in the house. It's a quarantine sketch, and I'm just it's out of boredom. And you know, I'm not good at editing. I'm not a fucking YouTube influencer. I'm not a fucking God. Why is my New York accent coming out all of a sudden? That's so weird. Maybe it's because I'm pissed. I don't know. You know, I'm not a fucking YouTuber. I don't know how to edit. I'm not good at that. I'm learning the bare bones of that. Go back 30 episodes. You could see how fucking bad the sound was, and it was just pictures. I didn't know how to plug the right thing into the right place. I was working with just a basic XLR cable and a USB plug-in for a microphone, and I didn't know how to do it. And I'm like, oh, I'm doing something wrong. Guess what? You got to buy equipment. You got to spend money. You got to get better at the thing that you do. And that's what this podcast has been, um, in just as long as it's been going. It's really been a trial by fire, and I am not in it for the money. I'm not in it for the fame because fuck that. That doesn't matter. That's not going to make me a happier person. I'm doing it just to do it because that alone in itself makes me happy. And there's a handful of people that actively listen. Thank you for coming along the journey with me. I really appreciate it. I'd appreciate it a whole lot more if you know, you threw a couple bucks my way so that I could feel that my service to entertain and to make you laugh is of value. Because when this craziness is going down, what do we turn to? We turn to art and we turn to entertainment. You know, we're looking at shows on Netflix. We're looking at, you know, cartoons or whatever the fuck you watch. You know, I still don't watch any TV despite all of this extra time I've been having because it's just I'm not into it. I'm a nerd, but I'm not hardcore enough to like dress up and go to the cons and shit. Like, yeah, I like anime. Yeah, I like cartoons. Yeah, I like all that stuff. But I'm just not. I'm not into it. I like Harry Potter. I like the Marvel universe. I'm not fucking crazy about it. You know. I'm not some goth girl with a musical theater major doing Harry Potter online. God. I know like 3 people who do that. It's just like, oh, cool, good for you. Not judging. I'm just giving you shit. But I just don't put the time into it. There's this thing called Tiger King that people are talking about. I don't care. I don't care about Game of Thrones. I don't care about the fucking Office. I'm not a basic bitch. Sorry, not sorry. I got better things to do. And even in quarantine, I'm not. But most of us do look to entertainment. I listen to other podcasts, and I watch fucking Dragon Ball Z and all that. I got my niche, but people. What I'm trying to say here is that people turn to arts and entertainment, and we value that. So I would appreciate it if you guys just hollered for $1, small donation every month. That'd be cool, And I completely understand if you can't or don't want to or don't see or don't see the value in it. It's like, oh, he's just gonna do it for free anyway. Why should I have to give him money? Because I think that all the time. But support art, because we need it more than ever to just keep our sanity. This whole thing is like Plato's allegory of the cave, except we have the internet. That's what this is. It's nuts. This whole thing has just been crazy, and we all got to cope. We all got to deal with it, and we're all scraping together into our fuck you money if you got it. The fake broke. Thinking about it in hindsight, that was a really good idea. Oh, come and hang out for a drink. This is when I was drinking heavily. It was like, oh yeah, I would drop $70 fucking just on booze in one night. All my hard-earned cash was spent on alcohol. God, it was bad. And I'm so glad I didn't, because I saved so much money by just not partaking in that every week and just not doing that all the time. And, dates. Dating's expensive. I've been single for a long time. I've had extra money put away, so I put it into the Murphy's Law account. And now we're going into it, and let's see how long it lasts. I hope that unemployment goes through, then I could further implement my plan, but we'll see what happens, man. It's real touch and go. It's real touch and go. But that being said, I got out what I got out, and this has been very therapeutic for me. I hope it's been therapeutic for you. I hope that you're doing okay, whoever you are. My consistent listener in Linfelden, Echterdingen, Germany. Yeah, I think that's how it's pronounced. I hope you're okay, man. I hope Europe's all right. I hope the world's all right. And most importantly, stay healthy, stay entertained. I hope I did that part for you. And keep on the lookout for 10 minutes of stand-up live from my room sometime soon. All right. Okay, thanks. Bye.